Hey, Dr. Tom Preston here from Full Circle, and in this video I'm going to share with you the 5 most common marketing mistakes I see in modern chiropractic practices. So you're going to want to stay with me till the end, because if you're doing even one of these, it's costing you tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in lost revenue, and it's costing you emotional turmoil, and one of the keys is just a lack of fulfillment in your life and your practice. So again, if you're enjoying these videos, for heaven's sake, subscribe, or even better, reach out, book a call with me or one of my members of my coaching team. There's absolutely no strings attached. There's absolutely no cost to you. It's an opportunity to meet another colleague, find out what's going on in your world, and maybe take some of these ideas relative to, say, marketing and build upon them. So again, in the description, there's a place where you could reach out and get a hold of us. Please, for heaven's sakes, reach out. I'd love to have a conversation with you. All right, let's go through the 5 most common, lowest hanging fruit marketing mistakes that we see in practice today. Number 1 is what we call reactionary marketing. This is where you do not have a plan. You're simply just flying by the literal seat of your pants, and you're trying and hoping that maybe things are going to work out. All of a sudden, the new patient numbers start to come down, and you go, oh my God, we got to do something. And you start to try and build out something. You're doing something that's probably not effective. It's certainly likely not well planned out, and it could be costly, both in terms of wasting time and or wasting money. So for heaven's sakes, reactionary marketing is not the key. We're huge fans of planning. You can either plan to fail or fail to plan, as my old mentor John DeMartini taught me years ago. So having a plan and not doing reactionary marketing is key. We think it's wise to have a general plan for the year. You break it down on a quarter by quarter basis, and then on a monthly basis you get it tighter to exacts. You storyboard it down into all of the steps, whether it's 3 or 33 per event, per strategy, per idea, with dates on them. That's a plan, gang. If you haven't got that level of structure in your marketing plan, you're doing reaction marketing, you're missing a lot of opportunities. And for heaven's sakes, reach out. We have a marketing plan, and we're happy to share it. Just reach out and ask. Okay, so number 1 is reactionary marketing. On the second level this is where you're not tracking your ROI, your return on investment for your marketing. We think there's 2 places you should be tracking. Number 1, you should be tracking the financial side of it, okay? So you've got to have a few stats in mind in order to know this. You must know what your case average is, which is the average amount of money your average client leaves, okay? It's pretty simple, gang. You find out how often your average client comes, which is your PVA, and you multiply it by your average fee for service, not the one that's posted, because you're probably giving some scholarships or discounts to certain types of people in your practice, but you find out actually what it is. You multiply the 2, you get a case average, all right? Once you have a case average, commonly case average in chiropractic runs between $1,500 and $5,000. That means every new patient is worth between, on average, $1,500 to $5,000, depending upon what yours actually is. So again, if you want to get a really good ROI and you're going to spend $750 to do a mail out or something, it's like if your case average is $1,500, there's a probability, not a guarantee, there's a probability that you're going to get a 100% ROI on your money. Not just pay for the $750 fictional advertising I just talked about, but actually get a 100% ROI on that because of your stats, okay? So you must track your ROI for finance, but also time. Because sometimes you'll have something that's not that expensive, but it takes an enormous amount of you or your team's time. So if you have a simple tracking mechanism that just tracks the different events and ideas you have for the year, putting in simply on a week-by-week basis, whether you spent quarter of an hour or an hour or no time at all, add it up by month, do it by quarter, and then calculate your ROI for the different activities. And again, just like investing, you let your winners run, you cut your losers short, okay? So you definitely want to be tracking your ROI for both time and money. The third most common mistake that we see is having all of your perpetual marketing eggs in one basket, okay? I talked to a doc recently who became a client of ours. He saw the value of investing and having somebody on his team to help him and guide him. And this gentleman, all he did was Google pay-per-click. And then Google pay-per-click, for whatever reasons, dried up, and his practice shrunk. Like literally, it was shrinking so fast, it was like the Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. She was shrinking and shrinking, okay? So in this case, the challenge was he didn't have a lot of different ideas. We contend that you should have a new patient pipeline, like multiple ideas, at least 5, of ways to bring new clients in externally, and of course, working your internal leads is extremely important as well. So that's a related but different conversation. So again, do not, under any circumstances, put all your marketing eggs in one basket. Have a plethora of ideas, at least 5, and hopefully as many as 15 different ideas or ways to educate the world about the tremendous value of the service that you offer. All right, number 4. And this is not very common in today's age, but these videos go out to people of all demographics, okay? So some of you may be a little younger. You're like, oh, that's a dumb thing, Tom. Why'd you even bring it up? But literally, number 4 is not having a good, and I say this word carefully, good online presence, both in terms of social media and in terms of literally just electronics, having a website. I know some docs that have been out 25, 35 years. They don't even have a website. Gang, if you do not have a digital presence in this day and age, you're just not relevant anymore. Okay? And you're missing out on a great opportunity. And some of these veteran docs have talked, Tom, I'm doing okay. And it's like, yeah, doing okay. Is that all that you want out of life, is to just do okay? Or do you want to leave a mark on your community? Do you want to help your community be as healthy as humanly possible? Because that's a very different conversation. All right, last one we're going to leave you with here, gang, to keep this video within our time frames, is getting third-party endorsement / reviews. And of course, the most common ones are Google reviews. And people say, well, I've got 3 or 4, Tom. No, in this day and age, you need at least 50 or hopefully more than 100 third-party endorsement. These are real people that have come to your clinic that said, yeah, this place is where we want to go and we've had a good result and here's why. Ideally a 5-star review. Now, if you get not a great review, the only way to bury it, gang, is to just get a whole bunch more 5 stars, okay? But again, it's like, don't take it for granted. Don't do it hit or miss. You definitely want to have a system. You want to tie it to something else that already happens. One of the things we advocate for is to do it when you're doing your progress reviews, okay? And you have a structure and a system where you or the team members are asking collectively to have a Google review. The easier you make it, a lot of our clients at Full Circle have them literally on iPads right in the reception area. They're doing it while the people are waiting to be seen and stuff, okay? So definitely have a system, have a structure, and make sure that you do not make this error in judgment that so many people make, and make sure that you're dealing with these 5 most common marketing mistakes, okay? Again, reactionary marketing, you definitely want to have a plan, because if you don't have a plan, things are not going to go well, okay? You definitely want to be tracking your ROI, both in terms of time and money. You do not want to have all your marketing eggs in one basket. You definitely want to have a good digital online presence, both with respect to websites and social media. And of course, you want to have a system and a structure for asking for reviews, again, particularly Google reviews. So again, Dr. Tom signing off. Love for you to subscribe to this channel. We put new videos out, all kinds of tips and hacks in order to help you live your best life and run the practice of your authentic dreams. Hope you're having a great day.